Good evening. Hello, hello. Welcome aboard, everyone, to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, and I am excited to be here with you one more time for another great video. And so for those of you who are on Facebook live stream and those of you who may catch this on YouTube, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. So heads up, if you see me glance to the left or right, I have some devices that I'm working with to make sure everything runs pretty smoothly while we're here together for a short period of time. But again, I welcome you here to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Now, this show goes live every Monday and Wednesday around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's for the purpose of accomplishing a mission. So I'm going to share more about that mission in just a moment. I want to make sure that we are live at this particular time and that the stream here is public. So let's make sure that it's public. So there we go. It is now public. So again, welcome aboard, guys. As you're coming on in, drop in the comment section your city, state, and if you're outside of the USA, drop your country where you're tuning in from. Again, I would love to acknowledge those of you who are going to be coming on in, chiming in, engaging inside of the stream, because again, the purpose of Leadership TKO and what I do throughout social media is really to empower men and women, more specifically network marketers, with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Again, your influence, your impact, and your income. So if that's something that you're willing to do, something that you're committed to do, as we're here in this great month of September, buckle up, because we're going to give you some great information. Buckle up, buckle up. So I'm excited to go ahead and dive into this information tonight because I have a very special topic for you. You all know that I have my notes handy. I make sure I have it handy because I don't want to go way off topic on tonight. So what are we going to be covering this evening? Well, I'm going to be sharing with you how to generate passive income like a pro, baby. Passive income. So we're going to talk about how to generate passive income like a pro. Now, what gives me the ability to speak about passive income? Well, let's just talk about a few things just to introduce myself. If you're new to any of my content on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you check this out, please understand my husband and I, we've been business owners, for over 20 years. I want to honestly say over 20 years. But when it comes to generating passive income effectively, while being under the mentor of our late, or I should say the mentorship, under the late Dr. Ty Best and Mrs. Valerie Best, we've been going strong with this for the past 6-7 years. And so we're excited about where we've come from and where we are today. It's been a journey. It hasn't always been peachy clean. It hasn't always been smooth. And as a matter of fact, it's really never going to be smooth. But you want to make sure that you have a plan, But let's dive into, passive income. You see, there's a difference between active income and passive income. And I learned this along my journey as well. Active income really involves your physical presence. You have to be there. And in most cases, you're exchanging hours for dollars to be able to generate that income. So you're exchanging the precious time that you have in your life to acquire an income. And it requires you to do something. You are involved. You're actively involved. And so passive income, on the other hand, really doesn't have to involve your physical presence. Okay, you can either have a team of people who are working with you or for you, or on the other hand, you can have cash or fiat that you would exchange for an asset, and then the assets would actually generate income for you or make more money for you. And so you have that comparison there between active income and passive income. And so I'm going to give you a couple of tips and strategies tonight on really how to generate passive income like a pro, because my husband and I, we have quite a few income streams, okay? Some of you know the obvious, right? Many of you know the obvious in terms of the different streams that we may have, because some of you are connected to the same company that I'm a part of. And then there are some other things, because many of you may and may not know a lot about my background. I previously was connected to Robert Kiyosaki and his team. I work closely with them. They helped me to expand my training company, not just to be here throughout different places in the United States, but to also expand it into Africa as well. And so in that particular setting, I've been able to do quite a few things. And so let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So here is the first point that I want to mention when it comes to passive income and generating it like a pro, okay? So you want to learn how to access income generating assets. If you're typing, if you're writing down some notes, jot this down. Access income generating assets. You want to write that one down. That's one of the most effective ways to create passive income, is to sow and to be able to bring in income generating assets. Now, some of you know some of the old school ways that people used to, acquire assets like stocks and real estate and dividend paying investments and things of that nature. And so I'm going to give you a couple of options. The third option is one that I use heavily. Okay. So when it comes to assets, one of the things that I've heard about that I've actually dibbled and dabbled with, and I will be getting more heavily involved in, and that is real estate. Okay, real estate. So you can consider, here's an idea, here's a suggestion, okay? Not telling you what to do with your money, but you can consider purchasing rental properties, okay? Rental properties or real estate investment trusts, okay? REITSs. Okay, real estate investment trusts that really provide rental income or dividends. So that's something to think about. Again, real estate is something to consider when it comes to income generating assets. Now, another one that you can consider is the dividend paying mutual funds or ETFs. That's something that I've heard about. I've done research on. Do I get any of those? I'm gonna just tell you right now, I don't really have any ETFs in my portfolio, but that is an option that is out there, okay? And so dividend-focused mutual funds or exchange-traded funds, they call it ETFs, all right? It's a pool of money from multiple investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of dividend, right? Dividend-paying stocks. And so these funds distribute dividends to shareholders, providing a regular income stream. So that is available, okay? They offer diversification and professional management as well. So that's an option, okay? Totally up to you. Once again, dividend paying mutual funds or ETFs, and then you also have real estate. But a third option when it comes to assets that can generate income for you is what I like to call meta certificates. Now, some of you watching me right now, you're listening, you're like, Dr. Lakeisha, I know about them meta certificates. So listen, how many of you watching right now, you have some meta certificates? These are certificates of deposit over the blockchain within the metaverse space. How many of you have some meta certificates? Type in meta, M-E-T-A, type in meta in the comment section below. All right. Again, these are ways by which you can get a return on reward. Okay. So these are rewards that you can receive either on a weekly, on a monthly, or a quarterly basis. You can receive rewards through the crypto space. So I'm just letting you know that is indeed an option available out there as well. And I may drop some information for those of you on YouTube. I may drop some information in the description area if you like to learn more about it. All right, so that's some information about accessing income generating assets. That's the first way to create passive income like a pro. Now, the second way would be through creating digital products or content. So really becoming a content creator. How many of you tuning in right now understand what I mean by content creation? Because the internet really offers numerous opportunities to generate passive income. And you can do this through digital products or content. Now, here are just some tips, some suggestions for you, because I've done this and I still do it. I still create digital content, right? Freebies. I create things that people can download. And so you can consider writing an ebook. Okay, write an ebook or create an online course. I've done that numerous times. I'm actually creating one now, right? I'm creating several right now. Let's just be honest. Okay, so create online courses and you can share your expertise by writing ebooks or creating these courses. And once you've published your ebook, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually earn royalties. You can provide or actually charge course fees without ongoing efforts. Okay, so you can put it on autopilot. You can offer the course, you can record the course, and then people, of course, you have to generate traffic to your courses, but it will just run on autopilot. People would get access to the content whenever they feel that it's necessary, whenever they want it. So again, write an ebook or create a course. So that's another suggestion there. How about starting a blog or a YouTube channel? Those of you who are here, listen, if you find this on YouTube, it's a channel. But if you're on Facebook, you can consider having or starting a YouTube channel. And so consistently produce valuable content. That's the key. And this is what I'm constantly learning when it comes to YouTube, is that you want to have valuable content that you're offering the market. Okay, whatever your target market is, you have to find out what content they want, what content they want to really take in and receive, and how they wish to receive it. Okay, so a YouTube channel. Now, a third option when it comes to digital products and content is to develop an app or software. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that's not my forte. You may like apps or the creation of apps, but that's just a suggestion that I want to make, because if you have programming skills, here's the thing. If you have programming skills, create an app, all right, or software solution that addresses a specific problem or a need. Because remember, no matter what we do as entrepreneurs, we are problem solvers. That's who we are. We are problem solvers. So sell it on the app stores or through licensing. That's what you can do with apps. So those are 3 suggestions when it comes to creating digital products or content that can help you create passive income. Now let's dive into the third category here. We talked about, accessing income generating assets. Secondly, we went into talking about how you can create digital products or content. Now, here is the third suggestion when it comes to passive income, and that is you want to consider automation and systemization. I know I'm about to break down these terms: automation and systematization. Yeah, let me talk about it. Let me get into it. No, I want to break it down. So here's the thing. To truly be able to, achieve passive income, you need systems. Can someone type systems for me? If you are taking notes, I need you to drop that word in the comment section. Systems. Systems. You need systems for everything. Just like in a network marketing company, you need a system, especially if you want passive income. Has to be an effective system in place. So to truly achieve or receive passive income, you need systems in place that require minimal ongoing efforts. Because again, what did I say when it comes to passive income? It doesn't really require you to be physically present there. So it can't be the case where you have to constantly be there to handle this or adjust that. That's not passive income. That's not where income is able to come in passively for you. So here's how to truly implement automation and systemization. Let's talk about it quickly. Here's the first point. You want to outsource tasks. Okay. You don't want to be the one where you wear all of the different hats in the business, where you are the business, you are every system, you take on every responsibility. You don't want that to be the case, because that's not going to allow you to do things passively, for your income to come in passively. So you want to outsource specific tasks. So you can hire freelancers or virtual assistants to be able to handle some routine tasks associated, with you being able to create those income streams, such as content creation. Some individuals may not be good at creating content, okay? Or you might think that it takes a lot of time out of your schedule. And if that's the case, hire someone to create the content for you. How about customer service and property management? If you're considering real estate, you're going to need some managers, because otherwise you're going to be the one managing. You're going to be the one out front, making the deals, closing the sales, all of these things. And it can become a huge burden, right? It really can. So again, outsource tasks. Here's the second point about automation. You want to set up automatic payments, okay? Set up automatic payments. So configure automatic payment systems for your income sources, all right? So that money flows directly into your accounts without manual intervention. So again, you want that hands-off approach. You want it to come in passively. You got to have the systems in place. I often say when it comes to businesses, you're either going to have a system of people or a system of technology or resources. Those are the types of systems that you're going to have in order to run an effective and successful business. So again, set up automatic payments. Now, here is the third and final point that I do want to make about automation and systemization. Let's talk about this third point here. And that is, you want to monitor and optimize. Okay, monitor and optimize. You want to continuously monitor your passive income systems and streams and look for ways to truly optimize it and make it better. I know when I used to be in the blogging space, I was really new. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just putting content on a website, constantly putting content. I'm like, well, why isn't that? I'm not getting a lot of traffic to my content on my blog. It's just, I'm putting this content out there. It seems like I'm wasting time. But what I come to realize is that you have to either yourself or hire someone to do what we call SEO, or search engine optimization. And this is where you are creating the effective tags. You have the keywords inside of the description area. You got the keywords in the title of your blog. Then you got your images, and your images are optimized. And then your images has text connected to it. They used to call it alt text, right? All of these little techie things that I learned along the way when it comes to creating a blog, that gradually, as I began to learn and implement, there were people coming from different places, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, Google, right? Google, people were coming from different places. Thousands of visitors were coming to the blogs. And so when you have visitors, you increase the likelihood of conversion. And when you have conversions, you have sales. And that's exactly how it works. So it's all about traffic when it comes to creating products and really trying to get your content seen. All right. And that's why it becomes a little sticky on social media, because with the adjustment of the algorithms, you're just like, okay, how is this working now? What do you need to do now? But you have to be flexible to make the adjustments. So tonight we talked about how to generate passive income like a pro. And I gave you 3 categories to consider. We talked about the importance of accessing income generating assets. We also spoke about creating digital products or content. And then we discussed the importance of automation and systemization, okay? So be sure, listen, this is marking the conclusion of our time together, but be sure to come back and watch the replay of this, or watch this video over again, because I'm sure something that I said, even if it's not brand new to you, is something that you're like, man, I need to go back and make sure I implement that. And if something is helpful, if something stood out to you the most today, in the comment section below, do me a favor and jot down, type in what stood out to you the most. What is one suggestion that you're really going to take away and go ahead and implement immediately? I would love to learn about it. So listen, for those of you who wanted to learn more about these meta certificates and how you can truly put your assets to work for you, some information about that will be dropped in the description area there on YouTube. And for those of you on Facebook, you can simply send me a message through Messenger, because I'm right there, I'm reachable, and more information can be provided for you on meta certificates. So with that in mind, remember, today is Wednesday. We'll be back, Lord willing, this coming Monday for another session here with Leadership TKO. So I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, tuning out. And so remember, until the next time that you and I come together again, I'm going to encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night to you, and God bless.